Good morning, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Welcome to our July 25th, 2023 Code Enforcement Board hearing. If there's anyone who wishes to speak at today's proceedings, please stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings? Thank you. You all may be seated. Our first case is on page 16. Senior Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 513 Northeast 4th Street. Case number CE 2206-0092, owner 515 Inc. This case was first heard on 8/23/22 to comply by 11/22/22. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. City is requesting to impose fines of $6,300, which continues to accrue. Notice posted at the property on 7/5/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23, 2 extensions noted.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to introduce us first, please. This is your board up here, and we are a volunteer. My name's Chris. I have Terry Nolan to my left. I have Don Carney to my far left. We have the board attorney, Kimberly, and we have Justin Beacom. And if anybody would like to volunteer and be up here, we would love to invite you. And please speak with everyone. Go. You start.
My apologies, Chris.
It's fine.
Good morning. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio from the city of the case of Brennan. Okay, thank you. Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, updating case as read. I just talked to the owner's representative, and they finally find a way to resolve the situation, so city will support a 91-day extension.
90 days. Would you like to speak? And you're-
Hello? Okay, that's better. Hi, this is Roy Edwards with Stephanie Toothaker's office, here representing the property owner. Yeah, just a really quick summary. A decorative metal fence was installed, and we applied for a permit to comply the code case, and unfortunately, because the fence is considered an accessory structure and it was on a vacant piece of property without a primary structure, the city's zoning department refused to issue us the permit. So, we came up with a really good solution that was in line with everybody's goals, and essentially what happened is that the property owner combined the two properties, 513 Northeast 4th Street and 515, together into one property because he owns them both, so he combined them. So now the fence has a primary structure on the property, and we can move forward with the permit. So really all there's left to do is just some cleanup work with the permit, and then we can get it issued and get this complied.
Do I have a motion?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot to mention, yeah, we'd like to request the 91-day extension and a hold of fines, please.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion for a 91-day extension.
Second.
And stop the fines.
Everyone agree?
What's the city's recommendation on the fines?
Stop the fines. I would suggest stopping the fines, and we will reassess the fines when it's in compliance.
Okay, I'd like to recommend a 91-day extension and suspended fines.
Second.
Everyone agree? Anybody disagree? It passes.
Thank you.
Great, thank you so much.
Our next case is on page 7. Senior Inspector Alexander Alvarez, property address 2609 Southwest 6th Court. Case number BE 2209-0118. Owner David Bruno Alchivilche. Homestead exempted Vivian Susanavor. Notice posted at the property on 6/30/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 3/28/23 to comply by 5/23/23. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. There is one extension noted.
Good morning. Alexander Alvarez, Building Inspector for the city, updating you on case number and address as read. This property is still not in compliance. The respondent is here to provide an update. Can we get an interpreter, Alejandro?
One moment, please. Do you swear to translate from Spanish to English and from English to Spanish?
I do.
Thank you.
Inspector, you may want to just summarize for him what was said about the case. If you can.
Can you say it again? It was not
Of
my
course,
intention.
yeah. So Alexander Arbores, Building Inspector for the city, updating you, case number and address is read. The case is not in compliance. The respondent is here to provide an update. He has applied for a building permit. It's still, status is awaiting client's reply.
¿Cuál es el plan? ¿Cuándo vas a tener sus datos?
Estoy en eso.
Mr. David said he's working on the corrections for the application and that he will be submitting pretty soon. He's just asking for an extension, 91-day extension.
So did he put in a request for the permit?
Yeah, he actually put the permit application in. It needed corrections. He already pulled it to do the corrections, and he's gonna resubmit soon with the corrections.
And who is he speaking to make sure he does this? Is he speaking with you, or is he speaking with you, communicating to make sure it's?
He's been communicating.
Okay.
Make a motion
Go ahead.
for a 91-day extension, October 24th, 23.
I'll second it.
Second, everyone agree? Anybody disagree? No? Everyone agrees. Passes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 13. Senior Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 1313. I'm sorry, that case is closed. Is there a respondent here for 1313 East Las Olas?
That's one of them.
Oh, okay, 1313 is closed. You're also here for 1415?
Yes.
Okay. Senior Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 1415 East Las Olas Boulevard, owner Lucky 14 LLC, case number BE 22110097. Notice posted at the property on 7/1/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 3/28/23 to comply by 5/23/23. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not comply. There is one extension noted.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, updating case as read. Case is not in compliance. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Good morning, Chair, members of the board. Andrew Shine with Lockridge and Chakas, representing the property owner here. This is one of the outdoor dining cases that occurred during COVID, where the city allowed a lot of these restaurants to put in outdoor dining, essentially without permits, and then came back and cited everyone for not having permits for it without warning, which is fine and it's understandable, but we do need time to actually get it permitted. The case that was previously was Rocco's Tacos, which is right next to it. They had a similar issue, but we could not get what they wanted permitted. It didn't meet the city's code. They just removed the tables and chairs and closed out the case. For this one, which is Luigi's Coal-Fired Pizza right next door, we are able to get that permitted. It can meet code, but we have to do a parking reduction, which goes to Planning and Zoning Board and the Development Review Committee. So it just takes time. They've hired the architect, they've hired the traffic engineer, they're working on the plans and reports, but again, it just takes time. We would request 91 days. It's definitely going to take longer than that. The Planning and Zoning Board process is about 5 to 6 months. But we would like to request 91 days, and if we can come back with a status update just to show our progress at that point.
Okay,
Have a motion For a 91-day extension.
Everyone agree? It passes.
Thank you.
See you in October.
You have another one, Mr. Shine?
Two more.
Two more, oh, okay. Our next case is on page 12. Senior Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 2512 Laguna Drive. Owner Forrest Patton, Forrest E. Patton Revocable Trust, case number CE 2207-0395. This case was first heard on 5/23/23 to comply by 7/25/23. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. Notice posted at the property on 7/3/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23.
Inspector Martinez for the city, presenting case as read. Is not complied yet. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Good morning, Andrew Shine with Lockery and Chakas, representing the property owner. They do have a permit for the re-roof portion of it. The city came back and that they have to submit another permit for some of the walls. So it is in, oh, sorry, this is 2512 Laguna? Yes, correct one. They need to submit additional permits for the walls and get inspections. This one, we do not need 91 days. It needs probably about 30, but I understand 91 is the minimum.
Yeah, we won't be here.
Okay. But we don't need 91, so it'll definitely be done within 91 days.
I need a motion.
Make a motion for a 91-day extension.
Everyone agree?
Second. Oh,
You second it? Everyone agree?
Yes.
We all agree. Thank you. Passes.
Board, can you repeat that order, please? What was it?
91-day extension.
91 days, okay. Thank you.
Justin seconded.
Our next case is on page 10, Senior Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 2809 Northeast 24th Court. Owner, John Palmisano, homestead exempted, Bernadette Indre, case number BE 2206-0021. This case was first heard on 5/23/23 to comply by 7/25/23. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. Notice posted at the property 7/6/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23.
Inspector Martinez for the city, presenting case as read. This case is not in compliance. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Good morning, Andrew Shine with Lockery and Chakas, representing the property owner. 3 out of the 4 have received permits at this point. We did have to go to the Board of Adjustment for one of them, and that was granted, and the permit for the Tiki Hut was obtained. The last remaining one is the dock, which goes through 3 separate agencies, City of Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, and unfortunately, this one triggered an Army Corps of Engineers review. So we do have the Broward County Environmental Resource License. We submitted to the Army Corps of Engineers on May 30th. It got assigned to a reviewer on June 28th. They have a 30-day deadline that has since come and gone. So it's still in the Army Corps of Engineers permitting hands right now. I am hoping it will be done in 91 days. Once the Army Corps of Engineers approves it, and the city can turn it around pretty quickly after that. So I don't see it needing 91 days, but we're still in the permitting process.
I move for 91-day extension.
Second.
Everyone agree?
Yes.
It passes.
Thank you. Hopefully you don't see me in 91 days. Have a good one.
We'll be here.
Bye.
Sorry. Our next case is on page 9, Senior Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 2160 Southwest 16th Court. Owner, Tamara-Sue Escobil, case number BE 2107-0288. This case was first heard on 1/25/22 to comply by 3/22/22. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. Notice posted at the property 6/30/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. There are several extensions noted.
Inspector Martinez for the city, presenting case as read. This case is not in compliance. It's almost done. The permits are almost done. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Good morning, Tamara Esquivel.
And
We're
you are the,
owner. We're almost there. All we need is a contractor. Everything's been approved. We just need a contractor before they'll release the permits as,
yay.
They have the permits?
No, they're almost.
everything's approved. We just need a contractor for them to final approve it.
I move for a 91-day extension.
Do I have a second? I'll second it. Everyone agree? Passes.
Yes.
91. 91.
Our next case is on page 7, Senior Inspector Jose Salagusti, property address 1400 Southwest 18th Court. Owner, Paula Jean and Richard McKay, case number BE 21060093. This case was first heard on 2/22/22 to comply by 4/26/22. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. Notice posted at the property on 6/30/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. There are several extensions noted.
Good morning. Jose Salagusti, Building Inspector for the city, presenting the case number as read. The case is not complying. I will let the respondent to speak.
Yes, we finally got all of our permits. Oh, sorry. Paula.
Name and who?
Sorry, Paula Emke, 1400 Southwest 18th Court, and the homeowner.
Okay.
Okay, so we're finally there. We got all the permits. I think we're just missing one, which is going to be, I think, we just needed something signed. So we should have it all wrapped up by this month, all done.
The city is requesting 91 days extension and stop the fines.
And what?
Stop the fines.
Make a motion to a 91-day extension and halt the fines.
I'll second it.
Everyone agree?
Aye.
It passes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is a new business case on page 1, Senior Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 2717 Yacht Club Drive, owner Sunrise Bay Association, Inc., case number BE 23020142. Notice posted at the property on 7/3/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23.
Good morning, I'm Lori Hill on behalf of...
Wait. He'll speak first.
2717.
That's not a problem. Here's our pictures.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, presenting case as read. This building has been illegally altered and construction work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits. In the following manner, but not limited to, electrical, gas, and plumbing connection to a barbecue. The city will request 91 days to comply or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
Please.
I'm Lori Hill on behalf of the association, and we're fine with that. We're vetting contractors now. It was a owner who thought they were doing the association a favor and installed the kitchen, but didn't have a contractor with the proper permits.
Oops. Do I have?
I make a motion, I move that we fine for the city and the violations exist. I move that we fine for the city and the violations exist as alleged, and that we order the property owner to come into compliance by October 24th, 2023, or a fine of $50 per day per violation would be imposed and recorded.
Second.
Everyone agree? We all agree?
Yes.
So you have 91 days.
Thank you.
Our next case is at the bottom of page 14. Senior Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 804 Southwest 2nd Court, 1-3, case number CE 221-00090. Owner 1190507 Tifo Mello LLC. Notice posted at the property on 6/16/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 5/23/23 to comply by 7/25/23. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, updating case as read. Case is not in compliance yet. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Yeah, my name is Guneshwar Ramator.
And name in relation to the property.
The spouse. So I have a power of attorney to represent my spouse.
Okay.
What's your name?
Guneshwar Ramator. My spouse is Kimwanti Ramator, the owner of 11905 Tifamelo Inc.
Okay.
Okay, so we've had permits in place. There was a request for survey. We just received the survey, and I think it's uploaded now. We have a contracting services that's doing this work for us. I'm requesting another 91 days so that we can continue to get the approval of the permits.
What do you think?
City wouldn't oppose to the 91 days?
I make a motion for a 91-day extension.
Do I have a second? Everyone agree?
Aye.
It passes. You have 91 days.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Our next case is a new business case on page 5. Senior Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 1312 Northwest 15th Terrace. Owner Gertie Joseph Alexis, case number BE 23030202. Notice posted at the property 6/26/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23.
Good morning, Jose Saragusti, Building Inspector for the city, presenting the case number as read. I received this case from Chief George Oliva for carport conversion, new living area and existing carport with no permit on record. The property was cited for work without permit under Florida Building Code 2020-105.1. The case was opened on March 15, 2023. Inspection report was mailed to the property owner on March 2022, and March 22nd from 2023. Final notice was mailed on April 26, 2023, and notice of hearing was posted on the property on June 6, 2023. I will let the respondent to speak.
Name and relation.
My name is Maurice Walker, contractor, and this is Alexis Mary, owner.
Oh, okay.
We did pull a permit for the roof, and we had submitted and met with the architect to do the revision of his drawing because his drawing was denied. The architect has given us a great problem. I have contributed a lot of funds, of my own funds, to this project because the past contractor took off with $90,000 of her money. I even employed a lawyer to get that contractor in court. We are supposed to be having a hearing on the 27th to finalize that.
Did he start all this, the other contractor?
Huh?
Did the other contractor start all the huge addition?
Yes. And no, he did not start all the work. I take responsibility for the work started. Okay. He did nothing.
Oh, I see.
But he collected $90,000 from the insurance company and claimed that he did everything. And she was in violation from then because the property was burnt.
The property was burnt?
Yes.
Oh, there was a fire.
It was a fire. And so she was getting fined no matter what she did, and she had nowhere to go because there was no funds.
Okay.
I funded the property by pulling a roof permit because we needed a drawing that matches what she was requesting. The architect refused to draw what she requests. He wants to draw what he feels like drawing. And he charged her $10,000. Okay? So I am going to turn my lawyer over to the architect, but I just need 2 weeks to get a paycheck because I am low on funds. So I can, employ her just to make a phone call to see if he would react from that and at least do the architectural work. If not, I'll get my architect to draw a drawing and pay him $2,500, but I'm just asking the court if you give us 90 days.
I have a question.
One moment, please, board. That's fine what his testimony is, but the inspector read the wrong case, so I need for him to reread it.
Yeah, sorry for the confusion. Jose Saragusti, Building Inspector for the city, presenting the case number as read. I discovered this property with an addition in process and new windows. The property was cited for work without permit under Florida Building Code 2020-105.1. The case was opened on March 20, 2023. Inspection report was mailed to the property owner on March 20, 2023. Final notice was mailed on April 25, 2023. Notice of hearing was posted on the property on June 6, 2023. There are permits in process. I will request 126 days extension,
Thank you very much.
Do I have a motion?
or
I have a question.
$50 per day thereafter.
Right.
I have a question. So, according to this, it says addition, there was a fire, okay, and it destroyed the house,
Yes.
the entire house?
It destroyed the roof in the kitchen area and the roof in the family area. So no matter what happened, the roof had to be,
Replaced?
yeah.
Okay, so what's the addition?
The addition
That's
Is this
is,
part?
is the enclosure of the carport. No matter, the carport on the family roof was a part of a flat roof.
Okay.
And in order for her to get air conditioner in the roof to meet permit today, the roof had to be redesigned
Okay.
for that purposes. So in order to cover the place, I did what I had to do to get the place covered, so at least she's not continuing with damages.
Right.
Okay?
Okay, so it says for new windows, it looks like plumbing is going on there as well.
Well, in the new, in the enclosure of the garage, there is going to be a bathroom, so that plumbing work is there. And you can see the risers are there. And it's not that we're trying not to make it inspected, we're just waiting on the drawing. But in order to have gotten that in to the footing, when we cast the footing to get the roof done, we had to put the pipe in first, underground.
Right.
Okay.
Do they need permits for that?
Yes.
They're in process.
They're in process.
But it will be too long. For that one, I will request the 126 days extension.
Motion, please.
I move that we fine for the city,
It's new business.
I move that we fine for the city, and the violations exist as alleged, and that we order the property owner to come into compliance by, November 28th, 2023, or fine of $50 per day per violation would be imposed and recorded.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do I have a second? I'll second. Thank you. Everyone agree? Everyone agrees? It passes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Our next case is on page 11. Senior Inspector Jorge Martinez. Property address 1329 Northwest 7th Court. Owner Zachary J. Case number BE 2301-0014. Notice posted at the property on 6/30/23. Posted at City Hall 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 5/23/23 to comply by 7/25/23. One section at $50 per day or to record it not complied.
Inspector Martinez for the city, presenting case as read. The permit was applied at 7/14/2023. City is requesting for a 91-day extension.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Jordan Grimaldi, the property manager. Is it okay if I just give a quick word for like 2 minutes on the issue? Okay, thank you. So I manage about 15 licensed properties in Fort Lauderdale. As you can see, you probably have never seen me here before, so that's a good thing. We don't create any issues. Quick background on the house. I don't know if anybody saw the news story. Our vacation rental was the vacation rental where a bunch of children vandalized the home. There was a nationwide news story on it. That was fun. Basically, we had to run our own sting operation to catch the children in the act because they did it 3 times. Ultimately, the police helped out, but no restitution was made. After that, some people in the neighborhood started throwing bottles and whatnot over our fence at people enjoying the pool. So at that point, we put slats on the fence to make it 9 feet tall to prevent that from happening. Admittedly, not up to code. So after that, I'm assuming somebody called code or Mr. Martinez went by and rightfully so cited us. And at that point, we didn't know that the original wood fence apparently wasn't permitted by the person that we bought the home from. So we're in the process of permitting it. During that process, we were greatly affected by the huge storm and flood that hit in April, so hence the delay. And now we've decided to sell the property, and it's all being held up because there's this code issue and it hasn't been permitted. So I've spoken to Mr. Martinez at length. He's been nothing but helpful. My understanding is that an extension will be granted, but really what I would request, if at all possible, if there's any way to suspend the case, and I'm told, I understand that's not possible, but I wanted to at least state what I said for the record and request it of this board that this case be suspended somehow. I can tell you, as also an officer of the court, I'm an attorney, that the person buying the property is willing to take care of the issue after the closing. It's just title will not allow us to close literally this Friday if this fence is not permitted, and I don't believe that's gonna happen by Friday. So that would be my request to this board, is if there's any way to suspend the case temporarily in order for the new owner to take care of it after the fact.
Okay.
It would be much appreciated.
Wait a second. Rhonda, can we do that?
Good morning, Board. For the record, Rhonda Montoya Hassan with the City Attorney's Office. No, you're not allowed to suspend a
Not an ask,
violation.
so he knows.
Question,
Yes, ma'am.
has any permits been pulled?
Sorry?
Has a permit been pulled
Yes.
from, after the fact permit?
Applied.
Okay.
It's been obtained?
No, applied,
Applied. When was it applied for, Inspector?
the fence.
When?
Oh, the last one, because they applied like 1 week ago and it didn't pass, so they applied again yesterday.
Okay. So they amended their permit application
No.
yesterday? Oh, it's a brand new
The
one?
first one, they put it as a homeowner.
Oh,
As a what?
We did an owner-builder
Homeowner.
permit, and my client lives in New Jersey. We thought it was just a formality, but apparently he needed to come here to sign an affidavit for that, which wasn't feasible. So then we just changed it to, sorry for not knowing the terminology, but a run-of-the-mill general contractor's permit. Honestly, we didn't know we were gonna sell the home. We were in the middle of dealing with tens of thousands of dollars in damage from the flood. And then we recently decided to sell the home, and it went pretty quickly, so now we're stuck in this situation.
right. Well, the property owner cannot sign as an owner-builder if it's being operated as a vacation rental and he doesn't live there.
Right, we understand that now. That's why we amended the permit application, and it's taken care of. But we didn't know that a
How
week
long do you
ago.
think it'll take before they get their permit?
If it's correct, the permit, a couple of days.
Couple of days. You might be able to close.
Right, we might lose $570,000, so, but.
Make a motion that we give them a 91-day extension.
Do I have a second?
Yes.
All right, thank you for your time. Have a good day.
Everyone agree?
Yep.
Agreed?
Have the next
It approved.
Our next case is also on page 11. Senior Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 900 Southwest 31st Street. Owner Tal Share Properties LLC, case number BE 22120028. This case was first heard on 5/23/23 to comply by 7/25/23 at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. Notice posted at the property on 7/3/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. Did anyone sign in for this property? 900 Southwest 31st Street?
He was praying.
Board, good morning, city clerks. Rodolfo.
Wait.
He's got to talk first. He's got to talk first.
Oh,
Inspector Martinez for the city presenting case as read. Permits are in plan review. They are working toward compliance. City is requesting for a 91-day extension. The last movement on the permits was 7/19/2023. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
good morning, board. Rodolfo Martin for 900 Southwest 31st Street. We did submit the permits on.
Are you the owner?
No, I'm the owner's rep. I gave power of attorney.
Not a problem.
We did submit on the last rework that we obtained from the city. They requested an asbestos report, which for a residential property we've never encountered. I'm in the process of getting in touch with the reviewer. I haven't had luck. I'm gonna have to go to the city, see if I catch them. If it is a requirement, we'll get the asbestos company to come out, do samples and provide it. If not, it should be done.
Make a motion for a 91-day extension.
Second.
Everyone agree?
Yep.
It passes.
Thank you, board.
Our next case is on page 16. Senior Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 6801 Northwest 26 Terrace, owner Ponce de Leon, Juan Rudolfo, case number CE 22040638. Notice posted at the property on 7/6/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 8/23/22 to comply by 11/22/22. One section at $25 per day, order recorded, not complied. City is requesting to impose fines of $1,375, which continues to accrue. There are 3 extensions noted.
Inspector Martinez for the city presenting case as read. This case is not in compliance. I'm going to let the respondent speak.
Hi, I'm Juan Ponce de Leon, owner at 6801 Northwest 26 Terrace. I've been working on the pool deck, fixing it little by little. I tried to pull the fence permit, and I need to put the railing around the pool to be able to pull the fence permit. And I just need more time. And
Are you two communicating?
Yeah, yes.
Yes. They already applied for the fence permit,
Okay, so what do you recommend?
91 days extension.
Okay,
Make a motion for a 91-day extension.
do I have a second?
Second.
Everyone agree? Passes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Board, at this time, that concludes all of our respondents. So going back to page 1, Senior Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 1521 Southwest 5th Court, case number BE 22080140, owner Dara DePero. Notice posted at the property on 6/30/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, presenting case as read. This building has been illegally altered and construction work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits in the following manner, but not limited to kitchen, concrete blocks in back patio, mini splits, outdoor shower, sink in Florida room. All of the permits have been issued except one and is ready for pickup. So the city will request 91 days to comply or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
This is new business.
Yes.
I move that we fine for the city and the violations exist as alleged, and that we order the property owners to come into compliance by October 24th, 2023, or a fine of $50 per day per violation will be imposed and recorded.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Everyone agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Passes.
Moving on to page number 2, Senior Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 720 Southeast 15th Street, case number BE 22100008, owner Frank Parator. Notice posted at the property on 6/30/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, presenting case as read. This property was cited for the following violations: Florida Building Code 2020-105.1. Work without permit was done at this property consisting but not limited to new exterior door, 2 new ductless split AC systems, new water heater. That violation is complied. Florida Building Code 2020-111.1.1. Duplex has been subdivided and converted into a triplex without obtaining a certificate of use. This case was opened on October 4th, 2022. Inspection report was mailed to the property owner on October 10, 2022. Final notice was mailed to the property owner on November 16, 2022. Notice of hearing was posted at the property on June 30, 2023. City is asking the board to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 91 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
I have a question.
Mhm.
When they split it into 3 ways, do they have enough exits out of the building in case there's a fire?
I don't have an answer for that now. That would be resolved when they apply for a permit to convert it into a triplex.
Good.
I'll make a motion.
I have another question. So on here it says new exterior door, okay. 2 new ductless split AC systems, okay. And the new water heater, did you say that was complied?
Yeah, they obtained permits for that, but they didn't submit a permit for the actual conversion. So they need a permit for the change of use.
They need a permit for the change of use and for the ductless, AC systems.
No, the AC system was, they have a permit for it, and the water heater.
The big thing is the conversion.
The only thing remaining is the conversion from
Oh, that's the only
duplex
thing
to
that's remaining.
triplex. Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought all those others. I move for a 91-day extension.
No, it's new business.
Oh, no, oh, it is, you're right. I move that we fine for the city and the violation exists as alleged, and that we order the property owners to come in compliance by October 24th, 2023, or fine of $50 per day per violation will be imposed and recorded.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Everyone agree?
Yes.
It passes.
Our next case is at the bottom of page 2, property address 1714 West Las Olas Boulevard, case number BE 2212-0108, owner Regina Rubino. Notice posted at the property on 6/30/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, presenting case as read. Work without permit was done at this property consisted but not limited to pool deck, gazebo structure with electrical installation and aluminum overhang in the rear of the property. Property was cited for work without permit under section 105.1 of the Florida Building Code 2020. This case was opened on December 27, 2022. Inspection report was mailed to the property owner on December 28, 2022. Final notice was mailed to the property owner on February 7, 2023. Notice of hearing was posted at the property on June 30, 2023. They already applied for permits. City is asking the board to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 91 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
Okay.
New business.
I got a question. Is this property in the Historic Preservation District, Selva Bend? Is it even feasible or even possible to get permits on this stuff that's non-conforming to the Preservation District?
Not sure.
It depends on if it's contributing or not.
I mean, a tiki hut, I don't think that's, I mean, is it, what I'm asking is it possible to even get permits pulled on this property due to the location of the Preservation District?
A tiki hut would probably be the most historical structure in Florida.
I don't like to say that something can or cannot be permitted without having plans and all the information in front of me, because there is plenty of exceptions and different situations that it's really hard to just make a determination out.
Cool.
I move that we fine for the city and the violations exist as alleged, and that we order the property owners to come into compliance by October 24th, 2023, or a fine of $50 per day per violation be imposed and recorded.
Second.
Everyone agree? It
Yes.
passes.
Yes.
Moving on to page 3, property address 5820 Northeast 15th Ave, owner Rebecca and David Watt, case number BE 2304-0001. Notice posted at the property on 6/23/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, presenting case as read. Work without permit was done at this property consisting but not limited to a new pool in the backyard. Property was cited for work without permit under section 105.1 of the Florida Building Code 2020. This case was opened on April 1st, 2023. Inspection report was mailed to the property owner on April 3rd, 2023. Final notice was mailed to the property owner on May 5th, 2023. Notice of hearing was posted at the property on June 23rd, 2023. We are asking the board to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 91 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know they have to have a permit?
Really?
That's surprisingly, we have a lot of pools without permits being done in the property, in the city. Yeah.
How did you find out about, how did you come across this case? Did a neighbor call it in?
Usually neighbors called in or an inspector passing by notice and check for permits, yeah. especially now that we know that this is going on without permits. Yeah.
Madam Chair, if I could, for the record, Rana Montoya Hassan with the City Attorney's Office, if I may request to amend the inspector's request in light of the fact that it's a complete pool being built without permit and in light of the fact that the property owner is not present, I would request that the fine be increased to $150 a day after the 91 days to comply.
I'm cool with that.
I move that we fine for the city and the violations exist as alleged, and that we order the property owners to come into compliance by October 24th, 2023, or a fine of $150 per day per violation would be imposed and recorded.
Second.
Do I have a second?
Second, oh, no.
Oh, you got it, Justin.
Yes, second.
Okay, everyone agree?
Agreed.
Okay, it passes.
Our next case is on page 5. Senior Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 1645 Northeast 7th Place. Case number BE 23030167, owner Hadea Zandig Karimi and Shamseddin Mazani. Notice posted at the property on 6/28/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presenting the case number as read. I received this case from Chief George Oliva regarding the carport conversion. New living area in existing carport with no permit on records. The property was cited for work without permit under Florida Building Code 2020-105.1. This case was opened in March 15, 2023. Inspection report was mailed to the property owner on March 22nd, 2023. Final notice was mailed on April 26, 2023. Notice of hearing was posted at the property on June 6, 2023. There is a permitting process for demolition of the property. For that one, I am requesting 91 days extension or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
I have a question. Where is this in the house? See, there's
It
no
was-
carport.
Yes, that one is the carport. It was, no, that one, no. The picture before,
Picture before was the carport?
yes, it was a carport. This area, it was the carport.
See, this awful looks nice.
This
Yep,
is-
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
But
step down,
it's-
too.
it's the-
So this is the carport?
Oh, you can see it
Yes,
there.
this area.
That's old.
Go back, this area is the carport.
Oh,
That's the old carport? Or-
so they put a door and a window in?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and made the living area.
Wonder where they found the shade again.
The clamshell. We want to know where they found a matching clamshell shade.
I move that we fine for the city and the violations exist as alleged, and that we order the property owners to come into compliance by October 24th, 2023, or a fine of $50 per day per violation would be imposed and recorded.
Second?
Second.
Everyone agree?
Aye.
It passes.
Our next case is on page 7 at the bottom. Property address 1530 Northwest 18th Court. Case number BE 22090125. Owner Lacey A. Crew. Notice posted at the property 6/26/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 5/23/23 to comply by 7/25/23. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presented the case number as read. This case is not complying. This property is under contract, and the new owner contacted me, and for that one, I am requesting 91 days extension and stop the fines.
So the new owner has contacted you, so you are,
Yes, we are in contact.
You said it's under contract, so it's being sold?
They sold the property.
They sold it, okay.
They are sold in today, tomorrow. For that one, I requesting the 91-day extension.
Okay. I make a
You
motion.
want to pull the permit and repair the violation.
Okay. I make a motion for a 91-day extension.
Second.
Everyone agree?
Yes.
It passes. In other words, the new owner wants to do it right.
Moving on to page 8, at the top, property address 2520 East Marina Bay Drive, case number BE 221-00036. Owner Falls at Marina Bay LP. Notice delivered via personal service on 6/29/23. Kirk Smith, maintenance supervisor. Notice posted at City Hall on 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 5/23/23 to comply by 7/25/23. One section at $100 per day, order recorded, not complied.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presenting the case number as read. The case is not complying. There are permitting process for that one and requesting 91-day extension and stop the fine. Also, mandatory reappearance.
So they're contacted with you also?
Yes, we are in contact, yeah.
I need it.
Are you saying stop the fines?
Stop the fines, yes, correct. A 91-day extension.
So fines have already accrued, right?
Yes. Starting, let me check, please. Give me 1 moment. Until
today, right?
tomorrow, we start the fines.
Well,
Until today,
yes.
they don't have fines. For that one, I will request the extension and stop the no fines.
Yeah, Jose, it's just an extension, no, the fines not.
Sorry?
You're just requesting an extension, we're not dealing with the fines right now.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, move for a 91-day extension.
Second? Do I have one?
Second.
Everyone agree?
Yes.
It passes.
Jose, you said mandatory appearance, you want them, you want to make sure.
Yes, correct.
So we need to add that.
Wait, say that again?
In 91 days, they have to be here.
Oh.
Mandatory appearance.
Mandatory appearance.
Okay, do I have to reword it?
No, just add it
Add a mandatory appearance
in 91 days.
in 91 days, sorry.
October 24th.
Can I have a second? Can I have a second?
Second.
Everyone agree?
Yes.
Okay, it passes. They have to be here in 91 days, wherever we are.
Right. Property address 330 Carolina Ave, case number BE 2211-0101, owner David Padilla. Notice posted at the property on 6/30/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 5/23/23 to comply by 7/25/23, one section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presenting the case number as read. The case is not complying. I am requesting 91 days extension and mandatory reappearance.
I make a motion for a 91-day extension with a mandatory appearance on 10/24/23.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All agree?
Yes.
It passes.
Moving on to page 9, property address 2810 Riverland Road, owner 2810 Riverland LLC, case number BE 22120106. Notice posted at the property on 6/30/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 5/23/23 to comply by 7/25/23. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presenting the case number as read. The case is not complied. There are fence permit in process, and for that one, I am requesting 91-day extension.
Request a 91-day extension.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Everyone agree?
Yes.
It passes.
You guys have been very busy.
Thank you.
You guys have been very busy.
At the bottom of page 9, Senior Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 3624 Northeast 25th Terrace, case number BE 2109-0206, owner Frederick A. Clark. Notice posted at the property on 7/6/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 4/26/22 to comply by 6/28/22. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. There are 5 extensions noted.
Inspector Martinez for the city, presenting case as read. This case is complied.
Oh, complied.
Yes.
Cool.
Next.
this morning.
Moving on to page 10, property address 1648 Southwest 28th Terrace, owner Rodolfo Machado, case number BE 2208-0271. Notice posted at the property 6/30/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 3/28/23 to comply by 5/23/23. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. There is one extension noted.
Inspector Martinez for the city, presenting case as read. Permit still in plan review. The owner was here, he was sick, so he left. The city is requesting for a 91-day extension.
Move for 91-day extension.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All agree?
Yes.
It passes.
Page 12 at the bottom. Senior Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 1429 Northeast Fifth Ave, owner Expert Management LLC, case number BE 2209-0138. Notice posted at the property on 6/23/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 5/23/23 to comply by 7/25/23. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, updating case as read. Case is not in compliance yet, but they apply for the permit, and they need to do some corrections, so city will support a 91-day extension.
Make a motion for 91-day extension.
Second.
All agree?
Aye.
Yes.
It passes.
Page 14 at the top, property address 5208 Northeast 24th Terrace, F305, case number BE 2301-0021, owner Elizabeth Louise Pinto, Nick Pinto. Notice posted at the property on 6/23/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 5/23/23 to comply by 7/25/23. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, updating case as read. They already obtained permits for flooring, electrical and plumbing permits are in process. City will support a 91-day extension.
I have a question. When you say flooring, what?
Sorry about that.
Or an attack. What is meant by flooring?
Yeah, it's an apartment, so it basically needs permits for the soundproofing.
Oh, sound, okay.
No high heels.
Damn. Move for a 91-day extension. I love my high heels.
I have a second.
Second.
Everyone agrees, passes.
No high heels, damn.
Property address 2855 West Commercial Boulevard, owner Lauderdale Commercial Boulevard Partners LLC, case number BE 2301-0053. Notice posted at the property on 7/5/23, posted at City Hall 7/11/23. This case was first heard on 5/23/23 to comply by 7/25/23. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, updating case as read. Permit application was submitted, needs some correction. City will support a 91-day extension.
Make a motion for a 91-day extension.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All agree?
Yes.
It passes.
I remember that.
Moving on to page 15, property address 1119 Northeast 15th Ave, owner 1119 Progresso LLC, case number CE 1507-2462. The city is requesting to vacate order imposing fine from 5/26/2016 and final order from 11/24/2015.
Can you explain this?
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city. This was basically a duplicate case.
So what? Oh, duplicate.
Yes, when it's an old case, they call to see how they comply. I find out that there were two cases citing them for exactly the same violations, so that's why we are vacating one of them.
Okay. I just need a motion, please.
Motion to vacate it.
Change the, just read that.
I make a motion to vacate the order imposing fine from 5/26/2016 and final order of November 24th, 2015.
Second.
All agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Passes.
So all this stuff, so there's still a current case?
There
with all
is
this?
a case, yeah, a little bit, not as old as this. It was open like a year later, with a lot of fines and a lien and the whole thing, yeah. They haven't complied yet.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
This has been going on since 2015, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
How come it hasn't gone to Massey or something?
No, it has. It was, it's been lean and everything, yeah.
That doesn't mean a lot.
We need to do the,
Yes, at this time, we would like all the cases entered into the record on page 17 as closed or withdrawn.
need a motion.
Make a motion to
Add those things.
add all the cases on page 17.
Need a second.
I'll second.
All agree, passes.
Thank you. And we have the minutes from May.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes from May as presented to us.
I need a second.
I'll second it.
It approves.
Third.
I got one.
All I say?
Just do this from now on.
Is there any business for the city?
Nice room.
Turn down the heat.
Thank you. At this time, this concludes our July 25th, 2023 Code Enforcement Board hearing. Thank you.